What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody, and you get two hosts for the price of none. I am Love Coach Dr. Thomas, and next to me is Tangela, the creatrix and founder of SoulSearch.io.
Hello,
Soul Search TV. Tell everybody about Soul Search.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. So great to be with our Global Peace Tribe community today, with our Soul Search community. I'm Tangela, the founder of Soul Search. We are an online community and platform committed to supporting souls on their awakening journeys, wherever that might be. And whether you've been on the spiritual path for 40 years or you just have some questions that came up tonight, we're here to support you in connecting to amazing teachers, healers, and guides like you'll see on this show tonight. And you can find them on our platform, soulsearch.io, and also watch shows on Soul Search TV, as well as, of course, come to our live experiences, our Enlightenment Expos, where Scott and I will be at tomorrow here in Orange County and Santa Ana. So definitely welcome to all. We love connecting with you guys, whether it's online or in person. We love being with our community here on the Global Peace Tribe in the awakening world.
And again, you just go to soulsearch.io, and there's where you can find out all about Soul Search TV. We've got some of your TV stars with us tonight.
We do.
There's where you can find a practitioner. There's where you can find an Enlightenment Expo, including the one that we are at right now. And we're excited about that. We'll be talking about that later today. And let's let the audience know who's with us tonight.
Definitely. Well, we're really excited because we have some new friends, a new friend joining us, Anna Paris, who's an amazing healer based in Napa, and we'll get to learn more about her and all of her amazing work and actually do a practice with her later this evening. So welcome, Anna.
And I had already jumped in a little bit early because I'm so excited to have AJ and Thomas back with us.
Yes.
And everybody, what are your questions for them? They're going to be doing another channeling for us. They bring in the guides for anybody who doesn't know. They're are just two of our favorite people. And so if you've got a question for the guides, those of you in our Zoom room, put it into the chat box right now. Put it in, your questions for the guides, and Tangela and I will be tracking that. And for any of you who are not in our Zoom room, come join us. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com, join us. It's easy, and you'll come right into the Zoom room, and then you can ask questions of AJ and Thomas. But wait, there's more. We also have with us
Noe Renteria. So Noe, welcome. And Noe has these amazing healing conversations, which he runs, and he'll be telling us a little bit about that and also guiding us in a meditation tonight. So welcome, Noe. Great to have you back on the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be back.
Yeah. Well, one of the great things that's happening, and we're super excited, one of our all-time favorite musical artists, going all the way back to when we were doing Saturday Night Live for the Global Peace Tribe, and we discovered Cornflower. Well, Cornflower is back with us with his great music, his great backgrounds, and his great soul. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
And of course, we always have our wonderful house musical artist, Omashar, who's going to bless us with multiple musical moments tonight, including one right now.
Down the rabbit hole, and it's great to see Cornflower here, and of course everybody else. But it's funny when such an accomplished musician as Cornflower gets on. It's like, gosh, I have to polish up my game, and so not really, but it's kind of there somewhere. So happy holy days, and welcome YouTubers, FaceTimers, whatever you guys are called, and all of our streaming partners. Thank you for joining us. And this is a little rabbit hole behind. We're going to go even deeper down the rabbit hole. This song I'm going to sing is called Beloved. And the beloved is the beloved within. It's the I am presence. It's the higher self that the song is talking about. And so without further ado, here we go. Go. Was remembering a time far away from here, when I saw you in my mind, and no one that I talked to could hear. You, I'd say we're more than we think, we're more than we feel, we're more than we know. Hear me. I feel your heartbeat in the land, your breath upon the wind, and you touch me in those places where I fear. I hear you running through my veins, laughing as you go. You fill me with your life, you fill me with your love, you lift me up to see your face. Beloved, deep inside, beloved, I can no more hide from your sight, from your might, though I might wait a while and cry for all those yesterdays away like the clouds that made me what I am today. Beloved, deep inside, beloved, I can no more hide.
Let's all give a big twinkle to Omashar. I love that song. That's a new one.
New as you want it to be, brother.
That's beautiful, beautiful. And a reminder that we can take Omashar home with us. Well, kind of. We can take his music home with us. And it's easy. Just go to omashar.bandcamp.com, omashar.bandcamp.com. This is the best place to get his 5 CDs. And it was just yesterday was that special Friday where they give all their funds to you.
It is true, and I believe beautiful Charlotte bought something on Bandcamp. So it's amazing how once a month they give 100% of the proceeds to the artists. What a concept!
And lots of comments, of course, coming in, people loving it. And I agree with Dr. Laura. This song is so activating. So thank you very much, brother.
Thank you.
And say hello to Ganesha and Krishna. I'm glad that they're joining the show tonight. See, everybody wants to see Omashar and Cornflower on the same show, even
Right.
Ganesha and Omashar.
Well, there we have Cornflower, there we have Omashar. Or is it that way?
No doubt the dynamic duo.
Right.
Well, you have a new introduction for us.
I do. I'm really excited to welcome Anna Paris to the show. Anna is of Mind, Heart, and Motion, and she offers energy, mind, and emotion EME life coaching sessions, as well as sacred geometry, chakra clearings, activations, group healings, and much more. Anna is a devoted mother of 2, a teacher, a certified EME practitioner, and sacred geometry healer who has dedicated her life to helping young individuals navigate the complexities of adolescence. Her journey is deeply rooted in her own experiences of growth and transformation, which have inspired her to support others in being their authentic selves. And we had Anna at our last 2 Enlightenment Expos, and I'm so excited to be welcoming you to the Awakening World tonight. Thanks for being here, Anna.
Thank you so much, Tangela. I'm just really honored that you asked me to be here, and I'm really excited to be a part of the Global Peace Tribe community. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Well, we're so excited. And I'd love to just ask you, what is energy, mind, and emotion life coaching? What's this type of healing? Give us a little bit more information about what is that you do.
Sure. So energy, mind, and emotion. Well, so we have our thoughts, which is our mind, right? And we have our emotions, which is our feelings. And our emotions create energy. And so we have our energetic bodies, right? And so it's all connected. And so it's just honoring the balance of all 3. And so like that, and becoming more aware of our thoughts so that we can become more aware of our emotions. And so we can regulate ourselves to be more balanced, to be more whole, to come from love, and to be able to be our authentic selves. And I think that's what we all want. And so it's a practice that's becoming more aware of what is going on with us and checking inside with us. Like if it's an emotion, if it's deeply rooted in something, if it's a belief system, something we're saying to ourselves that maybe needs to be reframed, and we need to change the story from a human story to a divine story. And so just to essentially like just make us more more whole and complete and loved and coming from that place instead of a dysregulated place where it's easy to
Beautiful. And so when you're working with people, how does that work? Like, do you tune into their energies? Is there, what does the practice look like?
Sure. So it varies from person to person. And so, yes, there's definitely a conversation that happens and at first, and I'll get to know the client and really like it's an intention setting practice as well. And so I help the client set their intentions and for their own practice. The idea though is that it's not like therapy where you can go to talk therapy and you could make that your practice for years. This is supposed to be quick, get to the root and shift the person up and out so that they can go back and live their best life. And so it's not meant to be an ongoing, I mean, yes, there'll be several sessions if that's what's needed, but it's not meant to be a lifelong thing, practice. It's meant to be, let's get you out there and being your best self as soon as possible. And I found that with the energy piece, so yes, there's definitely an energetic component and to it because that is everything. I'd say that the majority of what we are is more energy than anything else. And so clearing ourselves is important and having a self-care practice. And so I help clients with that. So maybe some people have been like, well, what's self-care? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know where to start. And so I help them on their journey it's a self-love journey, really is what it is. So I'm there to support that.
I love that. And you also practice sacred geometry healing, which is really fascinating. And so what does that look like? What does that entail? I know we have a lot of people who work with sacred geometries on on this show, but tell us a little bit about the healing that occurs with sacred geometry.
Yeah, that is the $1,000,000 question. How do you, so there's lots of different types of sacred geometry. They all have a different frequency. They all have a different purpose. So again, it's really tailored to the client. It's tailored to what they need. Like, so there's a sacred geometry for total forgiveness. There's a sacred geometry for removing, disease, illness, like at the DNA level. So, I mean, it is really, sacred geometry is all of life. It is the creation of life. And so what you're doing is you're tapping into that frequency and you're embodying that. And so it's a quick, fast, potent way, again, to clear and ground. And so to it's all about living that abundant best life, right? And so I bring that into to the mind, right? Like, so we still have our words, we still have our self-talk, we still have our stories, we have our traumas. We're human, we're on this planet, like we all have those things. And so it's normal and human. And so my mission, I guess, is I'm a public high school teacher, and I've been in a teaching for 17 years now, and I've taught theater. Theater's been a big passion of mine. And so I've always been connected to the students in that way, where I'm like, yes, let's talk about your emotions. This is good. And let's feel them and release them, but I think for a long time in my teaching practice, I think I was aware of energy. I knew like how things felt, and I could be like, I like that vibe or I don't like that vibe, right? But like now making it an intentional practice where I set an intention every single day in the morning before I even step foot on campus, and to create a safe place for my students to come and be their authentic selves, because I know that when they are regulated, they're learning. But there's just, with COVID, I think that like really highlighted so much social emotional loss, and suicide rates skyrocketed, and meds, like children on meds have skyrocketed, anxiety, right? Everybody's talking about anxiety. And so I think that for me, I'm seeing a need for this conversation. And so, so thank you so much for allowing me to have this conversation and bring it to everybody.
There's actually some questions coming in from our audience. Carol Craig wants to know what subject you teach in high school.
Yeah. Right now I'm teaching English. I'm the English department chair. And so I wear a lot of hats. I'm doing 10th grade honors English. I also teach theater. So I'm a teacher leader on campus. And so, yeah, I'm actually bringing this. I'm starting to have these conversations, and I've had a couple of school districts ask me if I could come in and do professional development for the staff, because it's not just about the students, it's about who's leading the way as well. Like, we all need to be regulated, and we all need these tools. And so, and it's a trickle down effect, right? We are all like, we heal ourselves, we heal others, we heal the world. So that's my vision. My mission is to bring more of those tools to the students and the staff, so that we can all be in just a better place to thrive and not just survive.
Beautiful. Carol actually writes, I'm a science and math and energy teacher, and sacred geometry are my favorite topics.
We need to
Dr. Laura is wanting to know, would you please ask Anna, are there any books about healing with sacred geometry that she can recommend?
That's interesting. I'm still, if you find any, let me know. I'm finding books about sacred geometry, and I'm like, oh, what's that frequency? What's that frequency? And I'm kind of having my own, I'm experimenting, but I have a teacher that I've been practicing with and who's taught me a lot. And so I've just finished my second level sacred geometry certification, and I plan on going to my third level in June. So there's just so much to learn and so much to know. But yeah, I don't know of any books specifically that go, if you use this and do this and like how to do it. No, but I've seen books of like sacred geometry and the frequencies, and I now, knowing what I know, if that makes sense, I'm kind of putting things together. That's
Beautiful.
a long answer.
George Noble writes, we, all of us, are a collection of sacred geometries, which can be described with mathematics, which is the language of the universe.
Yes.
And then there's a question from Susan. How do you apply this in daily life?
Mm-hmm. So I love that comment about the collective consciousness, really, because that is what is at play. Right. And so, like me, even just setting an intention to do a protection around my classroom and myself and my students, and to say no energy that will not serve us for our highest good will pass through today. Just doing that alone, like, you would be amazed at like the safety that has been created, that energy in my classroom. And it was, we just had that tsunami warning here in California just the other day, and we were all on high alert, and we were in class, and students were like, with Paris, like, look, we're gonna die today. And I'm like, no, we're not. Like, my intuition's pretty good, and I don't think that's happening. And they're just like, well, what if this, what if that? And they get all afraid. They're afraid. Those alerts were coming through the phones, and it was hard to ignore them. And I just said, you know what, you guys, I set an intention every day for protection around you guys. And they're like, what? Like, you do what? And I had never shared that with them before. I had never done that. I had made this my own practice, because I feel like in education, we also walk a fine line, and I'm there to teach English, right? Like, but at the same time, I can't ignore that. So they were like, well, you pray for us, Ms. Paris? And I was like, no, it's not really so much that I'm praying for you. It's that it's just that no energy that's not for our highest good is going to come through. And they were like, and then one student goes, that's manifestation. She's manifesting for us. And I was just like, this generation is more aware than we think, and they are different. They are different than at least how I know I was in school. But I could have used this when I was their age. And so it's all about like, it's about sharing our gifts and sharing the knowledge. And so, yeah, that's what I'm about. It looks like someone put a link in there to something really good.
That's wonderful, Anna. So I know you want to lead us in an intention setting practice. So would you like to take us into that?
Mm-hmm. I would. And if anyone feels called to put an intention in the chat, something that you would like to bring more of into your life. I also find it's really helpful, and it's part of the releasing process. Let's to also focus on, what do you want to release? What blocks are there any blocks that are stopping you from achieving something that you want to do? Or maybe, it could be a whole plethora of things, even if it's if it's mental health, if it's physical health, if it's money, if it's love, more love in your life, like whatever it is, it's your wish list, like whatever you want to bring in and whatever you want to release. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, this is called triangle breathing. And so it's a 5 count of 3 breaths. So you're going to inhale for 3, you're going to hold for 3, and then we're going to release for 3. But when you inhale, I would love for you to visualize and intend, just visualize that intention of what you want to bring into your life coming in. And then we will hold it. And then when we release it, I want you to visualize all of the energy that's not serving you for your highest good is leaving your body. So that is what we're going to do together. And we're going to do this 5 times. And this together, this is a collective consciousness that we are going to create in this container together. And it's going to be so beautiful. And then if I have permission, I would love to give everybody some advanced rainbow energy to their intentions, if that's okay. And anybody who is open to receive, you are open to receive. And anyone who's not, that's okay too. But together, let's begin 5 times. Breathe in on a count of 3. Hold, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3. Hold, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3. Third one, breathe in your intention. Feel it, embody it. It's already here. It's already come to you. It's here right now. Hold and release any feelings that are not serving you for your highest good. Let them, watch them go. Again, in 3. Hold for 3. And out for 3. And last one, in for 3. Hold for 3, out for 3. And then I am going to bring in, if it's okay, Metatron's cube. And I use Metatron's cube and the Sri Yantra, and I put it in my heart chakra and I expand it. And then I would love to just bring in Lemurian rainbow. This is the rainbow energy from Lemuria. And there's no disease or sickness lives there. This is this pure energy that's from there to everybody here. And I would also like to offer, because I don't have enough time on the show right now to bring in an activation or a chakra clearing and really get into all the goody stuff, I would like to offer everybody a free full moon activation. I put a flyer in the chat when we first started, but you can also go to my web. Thank you so much. You can also go to my website. And you can go to my contact us page. And if you put in your information, I will send you a Zoom link. And that's going to be next Saturday.
And here it is. Her website is, for everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube, go to mindheartandmotion@gmail.com to email her. Mindheartandmotion@gmail.com to reach out to her, or to just go to her website. It's mindheartandmotion.com. Mindheartandmotion.com. And then if you click contact, that's another way to do it. And that's where you can definitely get on her email list, because she's doing all sorts of wonderful things. And this week you can learn about more questions about the sacred geometry energy healing she does. And what is there a particular demographic group that you'd like to work with? Particular group of clients that's kind of your specialty?
Yeah, so because I've been working with teenagers for so long, I was just like, yes, that's just a great fit for me. But I love adults too, and so it's really anybody who feels called. So if somebody's listening to this and you're feeling like, wow, I want to know more about this, then please reach out. And if it's something I said resonated with you at all, I'd love to hear from you.
Well, I know that most of our people watching might be chronologically older, but most of us have an inner teenager that's We have very dynamic inner teenagers within us.
Love that.
What a joy to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for, that practice. That was really beautiful. It was to the point and powerful. I love the Lemurian rainbow energy you brought to us, as well as Metatron and the Sri Yantra. So thank you for allowing us to experience the sacred geometry healing with you. That was so beautiful, Anna. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, for those of you guys tuning in, if you would like to join Anna's full moon activation on Saturday, she provided us with that graphic as well. And let's see here.
Let's take a look at it again. Yeah, there it is.
Right there. So complimentary full moon activation. Just contact Anna to receive a Zoom link, and you can be doing a full moon activation with her next weekend. So thank you so much, Anna. We love having you here. See you soon in the Bay Area.
And stay on the show. We've got a great show. I saw you getting up and moving and grooving to dancing, and we've got more Omashar and Coneflower to you dance to. So hope you can stay with us.
Absolutely.
Well, you know who's next.
I do. Very exciting.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. And so we are so excited to be again bringing on our amazing Soul Search TV stars, Tom and AJ from Speaking from Source. And I know our whole Soul Search community and Global Peace Tribe community just love them. For those of you guys who are tuning in for the first time, Tom and AJ are intuitive channels, and they share divine intelligence with all of us by channeling the guides, a collective of high-frequency spiritual beings from multiple planes and dimensions. With great love, humor, and wisdom, the guides help individuals and groups better understand the events and circumstances of their lives from a universal perspective, enabling clients to align with universal truth and find the abundance and joy that is our birthright. And what's so unique about you guys is that you're an amazing couple that actually channels simultaneously from the guides from Source. So it's a really incredible experience. And I just also love how fun and loving the guides are. And really, last time you're channeling, we were both laughing so much, and they really do provide very powerful, pragmatic tools and tips. So AJ and Tom, welcome back. We love having you guys on the show.
Oh, we're so delighted to be here with you.
And if anybody has questions, please put them in the chat box. I've already got a couple questions to ask the guides. But for people that are new, do you want to share a little bit about your unique form of channeling together?
Sure, we're what I guess we've never met anyone like us before, so I don't know what to call us, but we do simultaneous channeling. In other words, we share a single mind when we channel. So when AJ is talking, I can see the words in my head that he's about to say, or I'll think of a word and he'll channel it, and vice versa. We discovered that, almost accidentally.
Right.
And really explored it with the guides, and here we are.
Yeah, they said, we want you guys to be upfront and leaders to illustrate the principle of one mind and oneness.
Yep.
This is something that's available to everyone, and we all experience it in one way or another with synchronicities and telepathy and everything like that. But here you are seeing it in action. And one of the things we do to make that work is we go into meditation and we align our energies, and we're going to do that with you right now, actually, as we bring in the guides. They're already here, but we're going to formally bring them in through us, and then we'll open up to your questions. So we're really excited to get started.
They are really excited to be here, so let's go ahead and bring them in. Important that we all unite in our energies, however, so I'm going to ask everyone listening to this broadcast to join me in a nice, deep, full breath in and out. Another in and out. And one more in and out. Allow yourself to just breathe naturally, and we're going to now allow ourselves to feel the ground under us as Mother Earth holds us and roots us through this adventure, this journey into the etheric realm. allowing our crown chakra and our third eye to open fully as we step out into the etheric realm where Source itself, the beautiful light of Source, appears. Our ability to see that light at any time through our third eye, feel that light through our crown chakra, as we enable ourselves to feel that light as well within our own souls. And so we welcome in our beautiful guides, those of the greatest and highest intention, those of the highest vibration closest to the light. We ask you to join with the guides of all of those who are present on this broadcast or are listening later, and invite you to join us in this etheric table as we interact with you in perfect communion of light.
Indeed, dear ones, we are grateful for the opportunity of co-creation with you today, and we feel your energies quite strongly as we look upon you and your earth plane at this time as you bring forward the connection of the heart and the mind and allow yourselves to connect with the heart energy and to open up to the loving energies of source and creation itself with a new awareness and new mindfulness.
Dear ones, we remind you of how special this time is for you, for it is during this time that you are closest to spirit, able to interact, able to experience communion. Let us be clear of this word, for it has been aligned quite a bit. By this, we mean the blending of our energies, and now is a perfect time for your entire planet focuses on the divine energies, speaks and sings of peace on earth, talks of love and gentleness. And what a perfect time then for you to practice these very thoughts, these very ideas, for they are what bring you joy to the world as you sing. And so we remind you and encourage you not to let this time go by obligation, by frustration, by concerns that the dinner is cooked well, or that the gifts you exchange are the right ones. These are unimportant and rob you of your joy. And so we remind you of the importance instead to make the most of the energy surrounding you. Dearest ones, you are adored.
We remind you at this time, dear ones, that you indeed are the gifts. It is your intention to lead with your heart and to open to the expression of joy in all of your interactions, whether the dinner be hot or cold, or to your liking or your dislike. It is your opportunity to avail yourselves of the incredible energies that come to the planet at this time.
And we advise you to enjoy all the sweet tastes, all the sweet sounds, and all the light that surrounds you. At this time, it is all there for you. And yet, we know you have questions yourself, and so we are open to a conversation, our communion with you.
Wonderful.
We do have questions.
So we have a question coming in from Dr. Laura. What do your guides say about the event? A flash of high vibe light that might be coming through our sun from the central sun. Have you had any messages about it?
There is a great deal of light. Let us first say, dear one, how we love your heart. how we can feel your loving energies. We wish to acknowledge this for you, for it is clear to us we can feel you. Let us speak of the light, for the light is of greatest importance for all of you, and you are exposed to far greater light than at any other time. And so you shall see many anomalies, not just this great light you speak of, for the sun is being fed. It is using its energies to transform this earth. We say this so that you are not afraid, for events are worrisome for many of you now, and yet do not underestimate the light that is coming to you regularly, for it is transforming all of your planet.
We must remind you, dear ones, that the sun is always transmitting wisdom, knowledge, messages through his plasmatic energy. It is never ending, and it is always continuing in ways large and small. And so it is a matter of your opening up to receiving such with love and with wisdom and with knowing that you are held and safe and carried by source. Nothing ever to frighten you, nothing ever for you to succumb, for there is no such thing as succumbing. We remind you always to remain in the positive energy and in the light of source and the creator itself.
You feel your own light. Yes, we hope you do, for it is not the external that is transforming, but the internal. This built into your souls. The light of source is not outside of you, but lives deep inside of you. This we encourage all of you to grow closer to spend the moments almost every day, if you must, simply seeing the light from inside, for there you are. There you are in all your magnificence, the perfect replication of the light of source.
It's beautiful. Gentlemen, in guides, there's a very kind of personal question that's come in from Heidi, who's in our audience. She's wanting to know what happened to her daughter, Ajaya, when she was stolen by CPS, that's Child Protective Services. Made Ajaya change so much when she returned from the time that she was taken by CPS. Is that a question you can answer?
Indeed, dear ones.
Let us begin by saying to you with great love and gentleness, the answer will not appease. We say this to you, for you often ask questions of what has occurred before, and yet it is long gone. What is important is what is occurring now, and what is needed at this moment, for you have all experienced travesties. You have all experienced great difficulties, some of you more than others. And yet we encourage you to never look backwards, but only to look forward, for you must recognize the transformative power of your love.
We must always remind you of your power, your ability to manage your energy and your emotions, and to recalibrate in the present moment. For each and every one of you, there are circumstances which you may find at times difficult or confronting, and yet all intended for the expansion of your soul, your own personal self-realization.
What we are saying, beloved, is that there is no energy of the universe that looks backward, whether to accuse, whether to seek revenge, whether to find retribution. None of these energies are necessary, for they are not a part of the character of the universe, which is only able to create and to expand. We also remind you, dear one, that all things work for your greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of your daughter. Yes, we know it is difficult to see or believe this when you say, why has tragedy struck me? And you say it is for my good, and yet we will tell you in time you shall see the necessity in both your relationship as well as in this young woman. It shall become clear, and even beyond this lifetime. For we remind you, you are on an eternal journey, and all things are a part of your own choice towards this greatest and highest good.
You know, I'm curious, gentlemen. This brings up a question, not from her, but from myself. Would you say then that it's important, even for parents, to recognize that ultimately life is the true mother and father, and parents, human parents, are temporary caregivers?
Yes, each of you have your own path. What a gift you have to share a lifetime with the one that was born through you. And yet that individual soul made an independent decision to incarnate at this time and under your parentage, in your circumstances, within your time and place. For it is a part of their decision how this incarnation shall be used toward their self-realization. Do you understand, dear ones, that this is the purpose of your incarnation? This incarnation and all others, it is for your self-realization as an eternal soul, your realization of your very light. And the circumstances, positive and negative, are all contributing toward this occurrence. And so we remind parents the gift you have of your love and of your care, and yet remind you your children have their own path. You need not feel sorrow if they path leads to tragedy, nor need you feel pride should the path lead to success. For you have an influence, but it is not your path.
Indeed, and so we remind you there is only love, and the transformative energy of love which you can apply to any and all of your situations and conditions, remembering therein the great knowledge that is shared in the expansion of your soul from this child to you, not just you to this child, everything a co-creation.
And so we encourage you to share your own confidence in the love of Source, to model your own understanding that all is well and that only the highest and greatest good is to be accomplished. We advise you to share your light and to share your love. It is the greatest gift you can give each other, whether you are related or not.
Given that it's a time that we're celebrating Christmas, what do the guides have to say about this time of year and perhaps the true meaning of Christ Mass?
We remind you that Christ The Christ consciousness is in fact always around you, and yet you all humans have designated this time to give it your attention. We say often that where your attention lies is where your vibration is set. And therefore, this time of year, you give yourselves more attention towards the Christ consciousness. And what is this Christ consciousness? It is the light of source. It is the love of source. It is the connection, the communion we repeat of your energies with that of the universe in pure and positive love. It is the ability for you to see beyond yourselves and to see and feel fully the wonders of humanity and the wonders of the universe. And we encourage you to make the most of it, which is why we say, do not become distracted from this opportunity of attention by intending instead to gift giving or meal preparation or what you will do with Aunt Ida when she arrives.
Indeed, dear ones, we draw your attention to the aspect of the collective consciousness, a time as you focus your intentions, your hearts, and your mind toward the spiritual, if you will, the higher realms, the celestial heavenly bodies in the sky around the earth, which creates portal energies of receiving and transmission for you, hence the opportunity to merge with the Christ consciousness in your prayers and your intentions at this very time.
What did we, the archangels themselves, call out as we heralded the birth of the Christ child? Not the birth of a human, but the turning of an opportunity, the existence of hope in a time of great suffering. And we encourage you to do the same, for now is when your hope is most powerful. We encourage you then to focus all of your attention there and listen to our heralding of what is here for you now.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And we have one last question coming in from Dia Therese. She asks, dear ones, what saith your guides of the sun's role in the 12,000 year, 90-degree reset of the magnetic poles in the next decade, the sun's micronova?
Dear ones, the sun acts for you as a portal and transmission of energy. It has undergone several metamorphoses, if you will, throughout its time, which have affected Earth in many and great ways. And yet we do say to you at this time to manage your propensity for drama, for you are often too inclined to move toward disaster and calamity, as it were. Yes, opportunities for reset, opportunities for change, and yet the opportunity now in a new higher consciousness to merge and join with these changes for your expansion and not for your destruction.
We encourage you, dear ones, to not look outside of yourselves to any occurrence in the universe. For all of this is a perfect reflection of your own hearts and your own intentions. Therefore, we encourage you as you hear countless predictions and stories of what shall happen to you, to instead recognize what shall happen through you. We encourage you now to keep the clock ticking, to keep all the gears moving as they shall with or without you. For the universe is perfectly aligned to accomplish all that it is meant to accomplish, and yet it indeed your role. What is it that you intend? How shall you generate your energies? For it alone keeps the universe moving.
Dear ones, we remind you that you are indeed a sun, you are indeed a light, and to expand that light throughout your physical body, your environment, and your interactions in love and peace with others upon your planet.
Look at the light within. There you shall find all the transformation you seek. It is with great love that we leave you complete.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Really powerful channeling. Thank you for those messages.
Thank you. That was fun.
Oh, I really appreciate how you keep bringing it back to the light within them,
Yeah.
That's
That's really been the message they've shared the most, is that we have far more power than we enable. We keep looking outside of ourselves, right? The traffic is why I'm in a bad mood. The boss is why my bank account crashed, or all these external things, whether they're universal or they're very personal. And the guides constantly return to just say, you have so much more power. Yeah.
Well, I want to let people know you've got some good stuff coming up.
We do.
You want to tell us about this?
Yes, definitely. So I know you guys are just blown away and inspired by all of the beautiful messages from the guides that Tom and AJ are bringing through. And we're so excited that starting January 2nd, you guys can actually tune in with us every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific, in our Soul Search Facebook community, where we're going to get to interact with Tom and AJ and the guides. We'll be doing a live 12-week watch party and live chat. So what this is going to be is that AJ and Tom have their amazing show on Soul Search TV, The Infinite Pathway, Journey to Self-Realization. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go to Soul Search TV and watch. Each episode is a powerful transmission with tools, tips, and practices to support you in your everyday life. And we're going to be having an amazing interactive session once a week. Every Thursday, you can join AJ and Tom on Facebook, in our Facebook group, where we will watch an episode of The Infinite Pathway together and then have a live Q&A with the Thomas and AJ, and maybe some appearances from the guides as well.
Sure.
They've got plenty to share, and a lot of their transmissions are throughout that series. And we've had reports that people have been watching the show on Soul Search TV, and they've felt the energy, they've felt the transmission just by watching the show, which is why we wanted to bring this to everyone absolutely free through Soul Search TV and Speaking from Source, our website there as well, to have this Facebook party, if you will, and really get that high vibe energy set for the whole new year.
Definitely. It's going to be such a powerful way to start off 2025 with the guides and these messages. And yes, every episode, the energy is so powerful and palpable. I mean, our shows are very hard to binge watch because after you watch the episode, you have to take some time to integrate. But it's really amazing to be able to have that opportunity to do that with both of you guys. And really, thank you so much for your generosity in coming up with this idea. And we're inviting the whole Global Peace Tribe community to come join us starting January 2nd. Join us live every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific. We'll explore an episode each week and then dive into those powerful messages together.
Episodes are about 30 minutes apiece, so we'll have plenty of time to have lots to chat about.
And we love the Global Peace Tribe community
Oh,
and
we sure
everyone
do.
there. And so we're so looking forward to saying hello to you and doing a shout out during this Facebook Live season.
And we wish you all a fabulous holiday.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Enjoy.
Well, you know, since you love the Global Peace Tribe community, you're in for a real treat. You know, you've been here enough shows to see Eleanor Joy dancing. Well, that
Yes.
all began 2 years ago when Cornflower was on the show playing music. She felt the spirit of her mother. Now, back then, we didn't do anything other than show Cornflower playing music. But Eleanor Joy felt the spirit of her mother coming into her body. She got up and she started to dance.
Yeah.
And that is when the whole thing that now you see all the people getting up and dancing, that all started with Eleanor Joy, inspired by Cornflower.
That's awesome.
So we are
I
super
love that.
grateful. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guides are always directing us towards joy, and music is such a big part of that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I meant to lose us instead of you.
That's all right. Let's bring
Now
out
here's
the music.
Let's bring on the music.
Thanks for the amazing channeling. We'll see you soon. Happy holidays.
Love you guys. Well, there it is. And we are so delighted. It's been almost 2 years since Cornflower was with us. Way too long. But there he is.
Welcome back.
The man, the myth, the legend. Hey, Brother Cornflower.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
before you play, tell us a little bit about what you've been up to and what's been going on in the life of Cornflower.
Yeah. So, I moved out to Northeast Tennessee, back to my home that I was born and raised in, to care for my mother, who had a couple of strokes. And so my life has been pretty focused and centered around being a caregiver and just showing up for her in this chapter of her life. And it's been such a gift. It's been very challenging, for sure, but it's been such a gift to be back here in my hometown. Been getting to reconnect with my family, because I'd lived in Ashland, Oregon for 18 years prior to coming back here. And but last year, 2023 was my best year touring. Whenever I would have respite care come in to care for my mother, I would have booked a pretty solid tour, and it was the most dates I'd done in a year my whole career.
Wow.
And I got to go all up and down the East Coast, came out west a little bit, and Salt Lake City and Colorado and Texas, and got up to Toronto for the first time, which was wonderful, and Vermont. So I've been really starting to spread out along the East Coast. And then this year, even though my touring schedule has minimized due to my mom's decline, I've been able to play some really incredible festivals. Been invited to headline Dragonfly Festival, which is coming back in Austin, Texas in April of 2025, which you all should check out. It's an ecstatic dance festival. And then the Om Festival, which is in southern Vermont, and that is a yoga, music, and flow festival, and that was fantastic. And then Soul Harmony out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and they're just rallying all of the good juju in the region, and they're really good people. Unfortunately, I was unable to play because Hurricane Helene came in, and everybody knows what happened. I'm in Northeast Tennessee, and luckily my home and my partner, her home, who I was with at the time when it happened, our homes were safe, but all of southern Greene County and Irwin, Tennessee were just demolished. It was like a war zone. And then obviously everyone knows about western North Carolina and how horribly transformed that area has been. But anyway, I've been on the ground helping with some of the relief efforts in Irwin and southern Greene County in Tennessee, and it's I just want to, from boots on the ground to you all who may not have any connections to the people in this area who have dealt with this devastation, it has been absolutely profound watching people rally together, and watching community show up, and how many people, how much effort it takes to clean one house. I mean, we had like 70 people moving in and out of this one home, and it was just, there was multiple times where I would just stop and start weeping at the synergy. Like somebody would say, I need this, and then all of a sudden someone would show up with that.
Wow.
The synchronicity and level of connection and support has been just really profound to be a part of. But yeah, so that's been what I've been up to. I've developed a new thing called Song for Your Life, where I'm offering people a session, an hour-long session on Zoom, where they either for themselves or a loved one come in, and we talk about what the song is going to be about. It could be anything from like, I'm struggling to get out of bed in the morning, or I've got a new job, or my friend's in the hospital, or I'm getting married, or my father passed away, or whatever it is. And then we talk about it, and then I create a song live in the moment, channel the song for them. We record it, high-end studio mastered recording, and then I also offer a video recording as an add-on for people if they're interested in that. And I've been trying to find ways, because I'm not touring as much right now, and I'm very stuck in the home here, caring for my mother, how I can still serve. Because one of the things that most of my fans who come up to me after my shows have told me, that they have these, they feel uplifted, inspired, moved to their next level of their soul calling, or there's just these things that they've told me about how the music has affected them. And I thought, how can I do this still from home? And so I've been doing a monthly live stream, and then doing these Songs for Your Life. And so that's been a really profound service to get to do, and it's felt so good to be able to keep the energy moving while I'm here, grounded in Tennessee. So yeah. Any other questions? I'm just kind of rambling.
No, well, we have had some people. Mayor Cromwell was on, who's doing a lot of fundraising for Hurricane Helene relief.
Right on.
We've had a few guests over the last month since that happened.
Yeah.
But and that's what we've been hearing, is that it's been amazing watching people come together in an incredible, like, this is what we all believe in, coming together during this time of crisis.
Yeah.
You brought it up. We'll go back again, but if you want to learn about the Song for Life project, go to cornflowermusic.com, and you just scroll down a teeny bit, and that's where you'll learn all about how you can book a Song for Your Life now. And he's offering a special coupon code, Holiday25, to receive 25% off of your Song for Life. So this is what an amazing holiday present that would be. So I love that you're doing that, Cornflower. That's very cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, with that, would you be willing to bless us with a cornflowerism?
Cornflowerism. I was trying to think all this week, like, what song am I going to play? And just nothing arrived. And then after listening to Tom and AJ, I was like, I'm just supposed to channel. I'm not supposed to bring a pre-recorded, nothing. This needs to be live and in the moment. So let's just drop in together. How much time do I have? What should I?
Like 8 to 10.
Okay, cool. All right, I got a little clock here set in front of me so I can keep some tabs. All right, y'all. I just ask that we all take 3 deep breaths together, inhaling through our nose, exhaling through our mouth, feeling our feet where they are, feeling blood pumping in our veins, feeling our hands and feet, feeling the beauty of gravity just holding us. So let's start this together. Inhale through your nose. And exhale. Come on, Global Peace Drive.
Big twinkles for our beloved cornflower. I got chills up and down my body.
Woo!
So good to hear you and your voice and your being again, my friend. Just amazing. You know, I'm going to ask while we're in this high vibe, Cornflower, we do a prayer every show. And right in this moment, while we're all in gallery view, and for tonight's prayer, bringing into our prayer circle, let's start with Cornflower's mother, and also Heidi and her daughter that we heard about, and our very beloved Sylvia in the hospital who just lost a couple of toes. And of course, anybody else that you wish to bring into our prayer circle. Maximum grace for Cornflower's mother, for Heidi and her daughter, for Sylvia,
For the hurricane victims in Eastern Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida, sending them all of our blessings and all of our love.
For Dorina.
maximum grace for all beings who are struggling or suffering. Just channeling that beautiful vibration that Cornflower started, that we all feel. And giving thanks that we come together as a community, privileged, blessed to be with each other. Aho. Ashe.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Cornflower. And he will be back to close out our show. So we'll be back with one more Cornflower song to close out the show. We'll see you in a little bit, brother. Thank you so much.
Cornflower, beautiful.
Wow.
Wow.
I had I'm so blown away. I got to take a look at the agenda. I don't even know what's next.
No.
Noe's next. Okay, great. No.
No? Oh, sorry.
No.
Oh, we have
Cornflower. Oh, we have total peace tribe announcements. Okay, that's all right. Woo! I tell ya. Well, guess what? We are opening up registration now for our winter season. Now, what does that mean? That means that if you are already a subscriber, your subscription goes all the way through the end of the year. But now is a wonderful time to join the Global Peace Tribe, because anybody who comes in now and registers for the new season, you're going to get the Zoom room links for all of December, plus all of January, February, and March. And of course, for those of you that are current subscribers, now is a good time to re-register. And it's easy. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com, and click register, and that gives you all the different options. And if you come in at the gold level, you can provide a free subscription to a friend or a guest. Come in at platinum member, and you can provide up to 3 gift subscriptions. So this is a wonderful way to grow our Global Peace Tribe. Come in now, get the Zoom room links for the next 4 months, and provide gift subscriptions. Just send me a note with the name and email address of who you're providing a subscription for. I'll send them a nice note. And this is how we grow our Global Peace Tribe. The other big announcement I want to make is you've heard us talk about Soul Search TV. Well, let's learn a little bit about Soul Search TV. And it's easy. If you just go to soulsearch.tv, you can learn all about, and I'll turn it over to my co-host to show us about it.
Yeah, you can watch shows on demand. If we can just go here, we can take a look, and we have many different shows from our amazing practitioners that you guys can check out. I'm not sure why
That's the snow show.
There's the snow show. But of course, like we have, of course, our amazing Tom and AJ here, the Infinite Pathway, right here. Journey to Self-Realization. And if you have not checked it out yet, go in and check out episode 1, To Infinity and Beyond, Realizing Our Eternal Journey. And you guys can check these shows out all on soulsearch.tv. You can just go online, or you can go to your television and you can go to Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or Android TV, where you can check out shows from our amazing practitioners. You've definitely met many of our practitioners here on Soul Search and on the Global Peace Tribe. And this is a way that Jared the Medium, Quantum Awakenings with Darren Starwin. We have so many different shows. Each one is so unique. Quantum Awakenings with Darren Starwin, how to transform yourself from muggle to magician, where he talks about quantum magic and healing. And there's a lot of humor and fun in each one of his shows. So definitely check it out. And we have a lot of new shows coming up for 2025. So stay tuned. We have many more new shows launching about the Maitreya, about spiritual art and Benjamin Creme, about Vedic philosophy and teachings. Oracle Maureen is having her own show. So we have so many different shows coming up, but definitely tune in anytime. And of course, join us for our watch party starting January 2nd.
Beautiful. Let's go to Noe next. Then we've got another Omashar song, and then Mr. Tangela Charlie, and then we'll close out with a final Cornflower song. But now is when you get to introduce Noe.
Wonderful. So I'm very excited to be introducing Noe Renteria. Grounded in the truth that everything emanates from unconditional love, Noe now exudes peace and purpose. Passionate about sharing his spiritual gifts, he serves as the intuitive voice for those on the cusp of transformation to unveil the most inspired iteration of yourself. It is from the state of unconditional love that healing conversations emerged one morning, a sanctuary where diverse souls gather to share their stories and experience healing. So welcome, Noe. Thank you so much for being here with us. And thank you for creating Healing Conversations. And I'd love for you just to share a little bit more with our community about that and the journey that brought you there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the space that you guys created. What a beautiful vibe and energy that you're putting out there, peace and love. And it really resonates in my heart for what I am now, this new chapter and this new iteration. Not new as in today, but new as in what I was and what I transformed 5, 6 years ago in my journey. Healing Conversations was really something that wanted to burst out, but there was this fear of like the imposter syndrome, like who am I? This new iteration started emerging, and one morning I just heeded the call that came through that morning to do it, and I just followed directions. And so it was really something that was inspired, and then the vision started evolving slowly, from me just holding space and having people express, because that's really what came through, that expression is healing. And I feel like what we suppress makes us sick, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and ultimately physically. And so Healing Conversations simply emerged because I wanted to create a space, because I saw that in myself when I became aware and of my own self and my own healing journey, and was able to express, whether it was in conversation and writing, or the healing modality that I got exposed to, that I evolved. And that evolution created peace, and that evolution created space and a death of what I was. Um, Obviously not physically, but all the stories, right? I feel like what we are is simply a compilation of stories. We're a book. Unfortunately, a lot of times, and there's no unfortunately, because the perspective that I hold that came through a few years ago, before Healing Conversations, was that everything is unconditional love, and the duality that we experience in this physical form, we judge good or bad, holy or evil or whatever. The reality of it is that all is emerging from one thing, and this beautiful, intelligent energy that animates all things, that makes all things appear on this planet, that we enjoy. And I'll take it back just to, I'm sure this is nothing, I'm preaching to the choir here. We have four seasons in a year, and we have natural disasters, and so we're no different. And this is simply an experience. And we have seasons in our lives, and yes, we have disasters as well. And when we suspend judgment and say, I don't know, from this breakdown, what beautiful breakthrough may emerge. And I can say from personal experience and talking to many people, that breakdowns are beautiful blessings in disguise. Endings, as we all know, are beautiful beginnings. They create space for something new to emerge. And I can only say that for this character that was something different, when the stories were seen through, they were not solid. And this thing wasn't solid the way I saw it. And then my vision expanded, awareness happened, and space was created. And then something new emerged that I was only told, I was by my mentors. They didn't tell me what the heck was going to happen. And I just became aware, and all of a sudden, stories dropped and something new emerged. And when we do that, um, it's very beautiful. And I guess I'm describing a way, and I'm really against ways because I grew up in a strictly religious household, and in that household there was a lot of dogma and illogical rules. So you can kind of say that because of that, I at one point I was anti illogical rules, dogma, and anything that had to do with structure. And the way I live my life now, I accept all things. Again, no good or bad, just simply what is. And when we suspend judgment, we can choose to look at life from a different perspective. And what I've done is I put on my rose-colored glasses, and sometimes I take them off because life happens. It's okay to be in low vibrations, high vibrations, and that's just simply judgment. It's all the same beautiful energy, right? But I prefer to see the beauty and perfection in everything, in myself and everyone around me. And when we do that, reality is very subjective. There's almost 9 billion people out there with 9 billion perspectives. What I've seen, and what I've seen in myself, and I see in speaking with people out there through healing conversations, friends, what have you, is that we're so married to suffering. Our stories are rooted in suffering, and thus our experience is that of suffering. And so Maybe not with everyone, but I guess maybe that's because that's what I used to be, and that's what I get, and the people I encounter. And even saying I'm a healer implies that there's someone to heal. And my mentors helped me see that there's no one to heal. Let people be on their journey. Again, beautiful disasters are beautiful breakthroughs, beautiful new beginnings. And so, how arrogant are we to say, wait, let me stop you from disaster? Let people have their experience with it, whatever it is that we signed up for, right? But yet, we honor what is our expression. And so, that's what I do with healing conversations, create lightness, right? Let people get a different perspective, whether it's me saying something, which I mostly like to listen. And then I have different guest speakers that share their journeys. And those journeys are, from like I have a gal that's coming on next week. She's going to be talking about um, doing rituals to create abundance for 2025. And she's highly successful. Um, this last Thursday, I had a guy who's a doctor talking about sound healing. He almost died at 18, and he was sharing his journey as far as how that was transformational for him and how it helped him see life completely different, how he dedicated his life to humanitarianism. And so I have different guest speakers all the time. I had a few TED Talk speakers, mediums, psychics, intuitives, healers, everything that you can imagine under the sun, right? All traumas. And so I just find I feel so blessed. Just yesterday, I ran into two therapists, a school counselor and his wife, a therapist. Last week, I ran into some healers from Russia. The other day, I ran into, I mean, these people are writing books too. I mean, I can't make it up. I'm just living life, having fun, and running into all kinds of beautiful people. And they end up being guest speakers on the show. One time I ran into, well, I didn't run into him physically, but I noticed him on Instagram, and he was a double lung transplant. And he survived. He died almost 3 times. Can't tell you how many people that almost died or died I've talked to. And it's just like, how does that even work, right? I feel like I'm guided. We all are if we just pay attention. And so, what is it that we're focusing on? That's our experience.
I have a question for you, Noe. When people are still in the throes of the painful experience, before they have the time and the distance from it to see the blessing, do you have any tools or practices to help people through the hard time?
Right. It's really hard. And I can only speak from personal experience, obviously. When I was going through my tornadoes in life, my mentor said, stillness, practice stillness, because it's easy to get caught up in the chaos. It's easy to say, woe is me. Look at all that is happening to me. And it's hard to see past the pain. Um, but I found that stillness through meditation, that was my first awakening. I would strongly recommend, if you're not doing practice of meditation, and again, you're talking to the guy that wants, I don't want to create a way. There's no ways. There's so many ways. But for me, I can only speak from personal experience. Meditation was transformational. I didn't even know that we had a nervous system that was activated in flight or fight, right? But I practiced meditation, and it took me a couple years later to really like, oh wait, my nervous system was activated all the time. But literally, the first week of meditating, everything slowed down. I felt at peace, and the more I meditated, the more my expression became rooted in peace, beyond the beyond being at the effect of the experience of what is external. It was from a place deeply rooted in our beingness that is no different from me than you. We all have this connection, and I hate to use the word connection, but we got to use words to describe what is. There is never a moment that we're not separate from what this is. And when we have that knowing, that ceases. The mind is simply a tool. What we are is inspired beings. Again, I'm describing what is, and it still doesn't do justice to what we are. But for lack of better words, we're inspired. All we have to do is simply create space. Meditation is a tool that worked for me, but take a walk, go exercise, do something fun. Whatever that is for you, only you. See what opens your heart instead of being closed off. 'Cause a lot of times we're in protection mode, but guess what? There's nothing to protect us from. The only thing that we need to protect ourselves from is this and this when we're closed off and we're imagine you're the sun and there's clouds. And those clouds are made by who? By this expression, having an experience, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when we can see through the clouds, guess what? We're going through a hard time. Peace and knowing all is well, and that's our natural state. We're the sun, it's always shining. We're never not connected because we are that.
Beautiful. I know you wanted to lead us in a meditation, Noe. So
Oh yeah.
did you want to take us into that practice?
Yes. And it's just a very short meditation. It's something that they came through during a meditation, and I feel like this doesn't have to be complicated. So it's just like 3 affirmations. We take 3 deep breaths, and then we come out of it. And my hope is that you feel a little lighter, feel more connected to your essence, to what we really are. So if you're in a safe place, if you're driving, obviously do not close your eyes. But if you're in a safe place, I invite you to close your eyes and then take a deep breath with me. And hold it. Now embrace yourself, hug yourself, then release the breath. And say, I love me. I love you. I invite you to take another deep, long breath with me. And hold it. And release the breath. And say, I accept me. I accept you. Let's take one last deep breath together. And hold it. Release the breath. And say, I'm doing the best I can. And so is everyone else. We are safe. All is well. Now I invite you to open your eyes and arrive wherever it is that you're at. How beautiful that we're taking this time for our mental, emotional, spiritual, physical self-care. What a luxury, right? What a beautiful investment to put together our cosmology of ourselves and our universe and everything.
Oh, oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Noe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Noe, do you provide private coaching for people? Is that part of what you do?
Yeah, I have well, obviously healing conversations. It's every Wednesday, every other Wednesdays and Thursdays. They vary from Wednesdays at 6 to Thursdays at 11. That is 100% free, and I just love to create that space for people to feel better, lighter. And then one new offering that we're rolling out starting in January is Healing Circle. That's going to be more of an intimate group that's going to alternate also from Wednesdays at 6 to Thursdays at 11. And that one is just simply holding space for people to express themselves. I really feel that we are the medicine for each other. And so it'll be a space of expression to feel lighter. And then also what I started rolling out is one-on-one coaching. And this is like a 3-month thing, where it's going to be a very intuitive process. As an empath, what I simply do is hold space. I'll see like it's easy for me to feel the pain and for people to create awareness around where the pain is rooted, to help people dissolve the stories, to create really destruction. Healing is a destructive process. Create destruction from the character and the stories that are holding us in pain and suffering, and to recontextualize, create a new story, an empowering narrative to feel better, to create a new experience of life. So yeah, so that's a new offering that I am rolling out. It's like 1 hour a week. And then what I want to do, the vision with that is create like a personalized meditation, intentions as well as maybe some mantras. It's something that's evolving. But I don't feel that helping people feel better, to heal, should be a complicated thing. It's really not that complicated. It's simply moving energy, and that energy is rooted in our stories. And if we're ready to make that transformation, I'm not doing anything. I'm just simply a flashlight, and people do it themselves. Just like our bodies, we don't tell our bodies to pump the heart, breathe, or do anything. It does it automatically. We're so beautifully expressed that all we simply need to do is focus. That's what Spirit told me one time. What is the focus versus attention? And so a lot of times we're focusing on what we don't want. So we're resisting life, and that's all we're experiencing. So with healing, it's just very simple. Let's refocus the flashlight, and what is it that we want? And let's dissolve what doesn't work anymore.
Well, you're an especially beautiful flashlight, I must say. And a reminder that you can find Noe and all the people that you meet on Soul Search by going to soulsearch.io and then do a search. And that's how you find people. And you can find whatever practitioner you're looking for. Maybe it's a massage therapist or a healer. You can do it based on geographic location. So, for example, this is how you can find Noe. You can contact him directly, or you can go to his website, which is, where you can learn about the healing conversations. And his website is Express and Heal. So thank you very, very much, Noe, for being with us. And
thank you for hosting the healing conversations every week. And that's amazing that it's open for anyone to join on Zoom. And what are the dates and times again?
The next call is Thursday at 11 of next week. And they vary every way. And then the following one from that will be Wednesday at 6. So it just alternates each week. There's always one to accommodate everyone, no matter what time zone you're in.
And you can find all of this by going to expressandheal.com. Expressandheal.com. There's where you can learn about the healing conversations, the healing circle, or his life coaching. And thank you, Noe. It's beautiful to have you and your beautiful flashlight on our show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys for what you're doing too, for highlighting, so pointing people, being the connectors out there, and creating this beautiful space. You guys such beautiful souls. Look at you guys.
Yeah.
The world is a better place because of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Noe.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
It is a blessing to collaborate with you. She's a wonderful colleague. I love Tangela so much. It's so fun to be next to each
I
other.
know, it's
In
amazing.
person, so.
Amazing. And thank you, Noe, for being here with us and also doing all that you do. We love bringing our community together and just watching it grow, because we're here, each one of us, like you said, is a flashlight. And the more that we remind each other of that, the more we can feel that light reverberating across the planet.
I'll leave with one last thing, because you just reminded me. I love Ram Dass. His energy is just so beautiful. And what you said is, we are the medicine for each other. And what are we doing here? Walking side by side, walking each other home in this beautiful experience, or whatever it is that we want to make out of it.
Beautiful. Exactly.
That is very, very beautiful. I'm trying to pull up, when I'm not going to be able to do it fast enough, my photo of Ram Dass. I actually had the blessing to get to know him very, very well. He and I helped him create a camp where we worked together. Back in 1989, we created a camp for teenagers called Creating Our Future. And we both lived in Marin County, so I used to go and meditate with him in his San Anselmo home. And then after his stroke, he was in Maui, very close to where I go to in Maui. So I had first I just, read his book and looked up to him, and then I got to know him. And truly one of the great, great souls. So thank you for bringing the consciousness of Ram Dass, and like he always said, we're all just walking each other home. All right, well, we're going to now drop into Mushar song number 2. And so much to digest, so much to integrate from today. And so grateful for our beloved Omashar, who brings with him Krishna and Ganesha.
Only for a moment, and Noe, you rock, brother. Thank you for your clarity and your flashlight. And Ram Dass was in my life too. I met him in New Zealand many moons ago, and he blessed one of my marriages. And talking about the medicine, one of my favorite cornflower songs he did within Dubious, I think it is called "You Are the Medicine." So if you haven't YouTube that, Cornflower, You Are the Medicine, it's the most amazing song, the most incredible video. That is wonderful. And this song I'm going to sing now is called Love Will Lead Us. And for something completely different, let's have some flowers. And yes. Yes. Love has come, centering my soul. Amazing things abound, and now we've reached our goal. So celebrate your liberation, shine your love throughout the world. Consciousness proceeds through being. I am here, I am now, I will light the way. Oh, our love will lead us on. Oh, our love will clear the way. Oh, our love will show the world. Oh, there's nothing in the way. Let go of stories old and walk into the new, free to be at last. So stand up and be true, and celebrate your liberation. Shine your love throughout the world, 'cause consciousness precedes true being. I am here, I am now, I will light the way. Sylvia, oh, our love will lead us on. Oh, our love will clear the way. Show the world. Oh, there's nothing in the way. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. bum bum bum. Ba-da-da-ba-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. To celebrate your liberation, shine your love throughout the world, 'cause consciousness precedes true being. I am here, I am now, I will light the way. Oh, our love will lead us on. Oh, our love will clear the way. Oh, our love will show the world. Oh, there's nothing in the way.
Beautiful. Let's all go to gallery view one more time. Lots of twinkles for our beloved Amashar. And yes, love will lead the way. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I did pull up my this is the last time I saw Ram Dass. It was taken maybe about a year before he passed away.
Is that your brother there?
There he is. There's my brother from another mother. So thank you, Noe, for bringing Ram Dass into our consciousness. What a wonderful, wonderful soul he is. Don't even want to say was, is for sure. Well, you get to introduce a very wonderful soul, someone you know quite well.
Yes, I do.
Who's next?
So our next guest for the evening is my husband, Charlie Lamson, who a lot of you already know. He is an amazing advanced intuitive, self-mastery and resurrection teacher, angelic healer, and he has a lot of different talents, including different types of multidimensional healing. And he actually works with sacred flames. And through the power of the sacred flames, Charlie works with you to transmute limiting energies into ascension frequencies for your expansion and spiritual transformation. And Charlie works with clients from all over the world in his office in Sedona. And of course, he's with us here now in Santa Ana for our Enlightenment Expo tomorrow. So welcome, Charlie. And I know you wanted to share with all of us some things about the holy days that we're in now and the importance of this time. So welcome and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Tangela. Thank you, Scott. And thank you for everybody that's here and joining in this energy. Like I said, my name is Charlie. And yeah, during this time of year, it was revealed to me a couple years ago, doing my work and in meditation and working with the ascended masters and universal masters in my consciousness, that this is indeed is a very unique time of year between Thanksgiving and about January 15th, where ethereal retreats that actually are part of the earth, that are in a higher consciousness, project a great deal of energies that is very much related to thanks and gratitude. And it is a very powerful frequency to create from. And it is like an energy of peace. I heard somebody speaking about, or the guides with Tom and AJ, where the Christmas is like where a lot of people put a lot of focus on that Christ energy, and that's the open door that it can then pour back through into this world. Okay, and that's what's one thing that's always been related to me, is that by universal law, every prayer must be answered, but depending on the frequency and the intensity that the prayer goes out with a matching frequency to come back into the world. So this is a great time to make your Christmas list. I mean, these are like literal tangible things. You can make your list or begin working on, I know I just started a prosperity course, all these different kind of things. And, I believe there's no coincidences anymore. I've had enough experiences to know that I met someone on Thanksgiving, literally that day, to begin a course that goes basically until January 15th or something like this. So it's like a very unique time of year that we can all utilize these energies and really open that door. And because so many people are opening the door, I mean, there's a reason so many, I mean, it's not just Christmas, but like the whole wintertime holidays, from every tradition, there's a lot of like opening to the higher planes, and it all comes back. So it's a very unique time to be here. So I would like, yeah. Let me see. Yes, also working in these energies, you can. I guess what they're trying to tell me right now is how to describe that we must open a door from this side, and even in your personal lives, you will start feeling in this time when you do pray or you open the door to the angelic realm or to your higher self or your I am presence, you will begin feeling the energy draw back in through you and begin manifesting in many ways around you. This is a good time. I know I heard somebody talking about their friend creating rituals for manifestation and things like this. It is amplified extremely right now, and using like powerful affirmations that are beyond I am grateful, but like I am the only power acting, and I am the all knowing, all encompassing expression of God life and love and action. It's like you're drawing these currents of energy from your own individualized I am that I am. Your own God presence that does beat your heart without you having to think about it. Okay, this comes into your world, and this is a great time to viscerally begin experiencing. If you're somebody that's overcoming things, addictions or physical pains, to begin the meditation practice and begin really experiencing, not just believing, but actually experiencing changes in your energy, experiencing those moments of bliss when that energy is moving through you, when you begin touching on your own individualized God presence that is above you. This is a great time of year to understand that eighth chakra is very, very open, and you can really commune very easily with your higher self, no matter where you are on the path. With just a little bit of practice, you can really open up and connect to these higher perspectives. Do you guys have any questions?
Well, one thing I want to let people know is I actually tuned in, and on Thursdays, Charlie does a wonderful program, which I tuned into this last Thursday. And it's connected to Soul Search. It's a weekly meditation, and I was just kind of waking up, and it came up on my phone. I checked it out, and it was beautiful. Every Thursday, Charlie does a sacred fire meditation, and it's a powerful meditation that he leads us on. It's at 8 o'clock in the morning for those of us on the West Coast, 8 a.m. Pacific time, or 11 a.m. for our East Coast friends. And you can find out all about that, like all the amazing things, at Soul Search. And remember, everybody, soulsearch.io, soulsearch.io, where you can find out about weekly meditations, enlightenment expos, which is where we are right now. This is where you can find your practitioners. And of course, you can also find Soul Search TV.
And of course, the meditation you can tune into every week on the Soul Search Instagram page, on our YouTube page. On Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. So you can just tune in. It's totally free. People tune in from all over the world and come together to practice this enlightenment meditation and activation. And it is definitely an activation. Charlie, if you want to say anything about that.
No, absolutely. And these things that I teach, and that it was finally brought to me to bring it out to the world. I mean, I know I've heard things like this before, but when I started creating with a rhythm, these tubes of light, to work in my energy, I overcame addictions, of the worst kinds, physical pain, and things like this. And so now it's been brought to me to really begin creating a rhythm, which is like that once a week thing. Just like you have to work out, whatever, 5 days a week to build muscles, you build a rhythm to really become aware of the ethereal power, the ethereal energies around you, in both creating different tubes of light, activating your 8th to 12th chakras, and but beginning to anchor it, not just activate it, but actually anchor it by learning how to hold it in your mind for 17 seconds, to hold it in your mind for 30 seconds. Like, use your power of visualization, which is your God intelligence working through you. When we visualize or we imagine, and you can hold the vision for 17 to 22 seconds, universal law requires to anchor that into your consciousness. One day we'll be able to use those gifts to precipitate our own food like Jesus could do and other masters have done. But right now we're learning how to develop these fields of energy around us that are already there. We're just remembering and learning. I walk people through, there's always a few different twists and turns. I usually am doing the activation channeling, and this is very much me describing what I'm being shown, I guess you could say. And it's also working in my energy. It raises my frequency, learning how to activate your Merkaba field. And then also what's been coming into my consciousness in the last couple of weeks is developing and teaching people how to actually create several Merkaba fields that you can call on whenever you need to have a certain activity that you're doing, whether you need help and clarity in your meditations to calm your energy, or if you're sick, if you're feeling like you have a cold or something like this, you can put these fields of energy around you that just pulls that energy right out of you. And so there's a lot of developments going on the more I've been doing this. And then you can also join me if you go to my website at sacredfiremastery.com and subscribe. I do send out Ascended Master teachings and decrees and things like this. And I try to do it bi-weekly when I'm not traveling, to do a free Zoom call as well, where I do a reading or a teaching out of some Ascended Master teachings, some kind of activation and anchoring, and open up for Q&A so people can begin opening up to their own gifts, moving more into a lot more self-mastery coaching and life coaching, as well as some other things. And it's a great time for me. And like I heard somebody say, like, we're not really healing people. I know that I'm a healer, but it isn't the healing. It's like bringing forth their perfection, right? It's like this is how the master, like when Jesus comes to me in my prayers or in meditations, he explained to me very clearly that he would let people tell him all their problems. He would ask them how their life is and all these things. And then when they were done speaking and getting it all spewed up out of them, and he was able to alchemize that energy, he would just then say, let me tell you what I see. And just say, like the namaste, I see only the perfection in you. The God in me sees the God in you. And even right on the electronic level, the electrons and atoms would have no choice but to reform into perfection. And I know that that's what is within all of us. We can let everybody go take their journey, but their journey is just to remember that everything is perfect and they're not alone. And it's a great time to be here.
It is. Carol writes, I've joined a few of Charlie's offerings and I've enjoyed them very much. And Carol, different Carol writes, don't call a cab, call a Merkaba.
That's it. One day we'll all be doing that. We won't need airplanes and cars. We'll just use our mind and consciousness and do it like we do it in heaven.
Well, one more time, you can find all things Charlie by going to his website, sacredfiremastery.com. Sacredfiremastery.com. You can find the community call, his weekly meditations, all the different things that he's doing. And Charlie is a powerful guy. I mean, come on. He married Tangela. He's got to be a pretty incredible dude. And I've had the good fortune to get to know Charlie, and he's a very special soul. So thank you, Charlie. And to get more Charlie, this is actually a good time to let people know that tomorrow we are doing our monthly Sacred Sunday show. And so here's how it's going to work. Of course, we're all here live at the Enlightenment Expo. We'll start at 10:30 in the morning for you, our online audience. This is open to all of our friends. So at 10:30, I'll come on, I'll greet you, and Omashar will do a few songs. And then at 11 a.m., Tangela and I are going to be leading an hour-long program all about tips, tools, and practices for the holiday season. Then there'll be another Omashar song, and then Charlie will come on, and you'll get an entire hour of Charlie doing Sacred Fire Mastery programming. So really 2.5 hours from 10:30 until 1 p.m. tomorrow, Pacific time. I've put into the chat box the Zoom room link for all of you in the Zoom room. Now, for those of you that are watching on Facebook or YouTube, this is why you want to go to the globalpeacetribe.com. Go to globalpeacetribe.com. Whoops, I better pull that up again. And register. And by registering, you will get all of our links. But do it tonight, because I'll be sending out the special link for our Sacred Sunday show tomorrow morning. So if you aren't already registered, go to globalpeacetribe.com. You can learn all about our different shows that we do. But click register for the new season. 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 Oh, I know that it works. Come on. That's very funny. Click register for the new season. No, don't watch on YouTube. Come on, come on, come on. It's got to work. You know, when technology doesn't work the way we want it to,
It's having deja vu.
we breathe, we relax. It really will work if you try clicking. I promise. I think I've just got too many things. Join us tomorrow morning for 2.5 hours of Sacred Sunday show. It's going to be really, really fun, including an hour with Charlotte.
Yeah, we hope you guys can join us. And if you're in the Southern California area, come and join us live. We'll be here all day at the Santa Ana Hotel Zessa. And we have talks starting at 10 a.m. And of course, Scott and I will be sharing tips and tools for the holiday season. And also Charlie will be leading a talk on the Awakening Soul's Cosmic Journey. And you can go to our Soul Search website to check out the full speaker schedule, as well to see all of the amazing practitioners we'll have here doing healings and readings, and also our whole speaker schedule, which is going on from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you just scroll down, Scott, here, I think we're on this page. Oops, no, you're on the right page. Oh, no, you don't go back. Yeah, just go to Enlightenment Expo Santa Ana. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Just scroll down. So if you go to this page, you can see our speaker lineup.
Speakers,
exactly.
Right? Suzanne.
Yeah, Suzanne Ross will be speaking at 10 a.m. Living Inside Out, Harmonizing Your Inner and Outer Worlds. Scott and I will be sharing tips, tools, and practices to make the holidays fun and holy. Charlie speaking about the Awakening Soul's Cosmic Journey, where he'll be delving into the epochs of Earth and the various stages of human awareness. Chris Wasco talking about breaking cycles. And we have Yuri Lee giving a talk about healing with
She's been on the show. She's wonderful.
Healing with past life and time traveling. Dick Larson, The Laws of Life. Mary Armendariz, Discover How to Unlock Your True Potential and Achieve Extraordinary Success in 2025. And La'alila Price, Joy Unleashed, Transforming Your State of Being, which will be an amazing interactive channeling event. So these are our talks. And of course, we have all of our incredible practitioners. So if you guys are in SoCal, come and join us for the day. It's going to be fun. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Guys, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are going to conclude our show with a rockin' time. Cornflower is going to get us up and moving and grooving. And what a wonderful way to close out what's been a fun show.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
You sound great.
Awesome. Well, before I get started, I just want to invite everyone to my Live at Home live stream concert on Friday, December 13th. It starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and if you go to my website, cornflowermusic.com, you can register for free. We do appreciate donations, but everyone's welcome. And as you can see here, I got a discount on my merch gear, but there's Catmus Live at Home, the psychedelic cat.
Oh, that looks like fun. Well, definitely, I know that's where I'm going to be next Friday night for sure.
Awesome. We would love to have you, Scott.
Absolutely. Definitely. And just click, hopefully this register. Yeah, this one's working. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
And if you want to donate, there's an option to donate, but you don't have to. You can come in for free, but you have to go through this ticket process so that we have all of that information. But yeah, would love for you all to join us, and please spread the word. You can invite friends over, have a group at your house, and make it a house party kind of vibe. It's definitely going to be festive, and it's the last one of the year, so stoked to bring in the holiday season with everybody.
So let's all be there next Friday night, everybody. All of our Global Peace Drivers. I'm going to register right now while he plays, and let's definitely all join Cornflower next Friday night, the 13th, magical Friday the 13th,
Yes.
at 8:30 Eastern.
So that's 5:30 Pacific.
30 Pacific, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. All right.
Right on. All right. Are we ready to drop
We're
in?
ready. I see Adora is already like up and ready to
Yeah.
move. So people are getting.
Well, yeah, go ahead, Scott. Sorry to cut you off.
No, take it away, brother.
Okay. Well, everybody, there's been this focus around the Christ consciousness tonight, and I have a song that I always joke about that it was written in a studio with Jesus Christ and James Brown. So I'm going to bring that one through tonight, and to close it out here. Thank you all so much for being a part of my heart, for your prayers, for my mother, for your love and support through all these years, and it's just been such an honor to be back here. So thank you all so much. Here we go.
Stand firm on the ground and let your voice ring loud. When we're born into this world, we're born into a sacred spiral. Door is open wide. Open up and dive deep inside. With all things I am one. With all things I am one. With all things I am one. With all things I am All right, Global Peace Drive.
Dr. Laura writes in the chat box, Cornflower, you have landed the spaceship in a very good way. And that sums it up.
Thank y'all. This is so wonderful to be back together.
Absolutely. And we will all be together next Friday night, 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern. Let's all come back together for the Cornflower concert. I just registered for it. I know a few others have. And of course, we'll hope to see all of you tomorrow morning for our Sacred Sunday show. Have a beautiful Saturday night. Thank you, Cornflower. Thank you, Omashar. Thank you, AJ and Tom and Anna and Charlie. And of course, my co-host, Angela.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our
Noe.
and Noe.
Noe, thank
Charlie.
you.
Of course, AJ and Tom, thank you. And hope you guys can tune in starting January 2nd with AJ and Tom for our weekly watch party. That's going to be
awesome.
That's going to be awesome. And of course, thank you, Anna, for joining us as well. So
good to
beautiful to have you here.
Yeah.
And of course, thank you to the Global Peace Tribe, and thank you to Cornflower. Happy holidays to everyone. Blessings. And may we all feel and share the energy of Christ and Christ consciousness with one another and around the world. So thank you all. Sending love and blessings for the holiday season.
Good night, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday night, and hope to see all of you tomorrow morning for our Sacred Sunday show.
Yes, definitely.